video is entitled In Defense of Zero, or How to Divide by Zero and Succeed. Well, it's just basically, in this I will explain that. Now, people usually divide by zero, and say, well, okay, let's divide by 3 by 0. 3 by 0 equals infinity, right? Makes logical sense, and, well, because nothing can go into something a gazillion times, if you want it to, and more. A gazillion times a gazillion. So the answer must, without even changing the value of 3. So, the answer must be infinity, right? Well, let's check the math. Infinity times 0, the divisor, equals 0. Not 3. That's not right. Although it made logical sense, it's obviously not the case. So, let's divide 0 by 0, just to try. So we go 0 divided by 0 equals infinity. Check our math. Infinity times 0 equals 0. Somehow, that one worked out right. Now, let's try a long division problem. 10 divided by 3. Now, as I'm sure all of you know, this one becomes an endless decimal equation. I mean, you could just write 3 1/3, but often teachers will not accept, a fractional answer. They want a decimal answer. Or you need a decimal answer to do decimal computations, and fractions, my golly, they are pretty hard, difficult, and unwieldy to deal with, right? So, well, it would seem to be the pretty obvious answer that there must be another way. And there is. 10 divided by 3 goes in 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract 9 from 10, you have a 1. And then we go back to check it. 3 times 3 is 9, and then we have to add in the remainder, of course, check our math, and 10, of course. So that's how long division remainders work. Now, let's see. Let's do the same thing by 10 by 0. Well, of course, we get infinity. Then we subtract nothing. We have to add a decimal place, making how many times will 0 go into 100? An infinite amount. Even more infinite amount. Another decimal place, we end up with 1,000. Another one, we end up with 10,000. So it becomes an ever-escalating number, an ever larger number to put 0 into, which is quite an amusing effect. But it's an endless problem. So the obvious solution is to use the remainder instead. So it goes in an infinite amount of times and does not change it. So we have infinity times 0 equals 0. So we subtract 0 from 10, and we still have 10, of course. But the remainder, infinity times the divisor, 0, is 0, plus the remainder of 10. And that got it right. Thus we can say, as a mathematical fact, that x divided by 0 equals infinity remainder x, or x plus infinity. And then, of course, x plus infinity times 0. We do the multiplication and the division first. Then we add and subtract, so multiply and divide. Infinity times 0, 0. X plus 0 equals x. And it works every time. No matter what the value of x is, positive or negative, this will work. I mean, if x is negative x, or if x is negative x, being positive x, it really doesn't matter. It could be a decimal fraction. It could be any value whatsoever, as a variable can be. And it will always work out this way. So that's how to correctly divide by 0. And tune in again for the reason why that infinity can be used as an answer, and other mathematical formulas, some of which I may actually have been the first one to come up with.